What do you believe about money? Whatever you believe about it, whether true or false, it is right. This remains true for all aspects of your life, including yourself. To put it another way, your beliefs shape your reality. So, if your financial situation appears to be a constant struggle, regardless of how hard you work to make more money, it's likely that you have certain limiting beliefs that are preventing you from achieving financial success. What are negative beliefs? These are the attitudes we have when we believe something to be true without actively reflecting on it. They act as preset filters for how we perceive the world and as guiding principles for how we live our lives. Our brain evolved beliefs as mental templates to help us make sense of and navigate a complex world from an evolutionary standpoint. When you establish a belief, your brain expects the world around you to behave according to these templates. Most of our beliefs are skewed or restricted by nature, according to psychologists and neuroscientists, because they do not include higher reasoning processes. They're produced by the brain's lower, primitive sections, and they become our subconscious default perception, which doesn't provide us a complete picture of reality. And, in order to progress, we must gain a deeper understanding of our beliefs and how they are created, as well as the ability to recognize and change limiting ideas. Going back to your roots. Before the age of 3, the majority of our beliefs are formed. We obtain them from our family, to be more accurate. It discusses how our early acquired beliefs impact our entire lives since we establish a belief first and then seek facts to support it. The most limiting assumptions we have about money, according to Marissa Peer, are all acquired. She says, we were born with the belief that everything is available for us and that abundance is our birthright. Then we start hearing from our parents things like I can't afford that, I don't have the money for that, we're not those kinds of people. As a result, our original idea that we can have anything we want gradually fades, replaced by restrictive beliefs. She found these 5 common limiting money mindsets after working with thousands of people. 1. Pursuing money is bad or only bad people pursue money. This limiting mindset is as old as the class struggle. If you were born into a low-income home, you were probably raised with the belief that money is evil. Indeed, most of us were taught that money is the root of all evil, and it is one of the most widely held monetary views. Nonetheless, we all want as much money as possible and spend our lives pursuing it. Many of us believe that the only way to become wealthy is to take advantage of others. So the biggest inner conflict is between despising affluent people and wanting to be rich. Jon Butcher, a serial entrepreneur and the founder of Lifebook, feels that this is due to a general lack of education about money. He says, we learn different subjects but money, and we spend the rest of our lives trying to earn money. Our serious money issues become the root cause of divorces and crime in society. And the truth is that when it comes to money, we are expected to figure this out on our own, and it's a hard thing to do. 2. Wealthy people are spiritually bankrupt people. The problem with this idea is that not only has money been associated with evil, but its pursuit has also been shown as a sin. It is said that impoverished people are more spiritual and that you should remain poor in order to help others. And spiritually bankrupt people are branded as wealthy. The truth is that a love of money and its pursuit is a love of human progress and humanity itself, and wealth can end human suffering. And, if you have the financial means, you can help them even more by giving and sharing your possessions. There are numerous examples of wealthy individuals who use their fortune to benefit humanity. Furthermore, they just do not brag about it. 3. I have to work hard for money. This limiting belief has resulted in a modern society of hustlers that work longer and harder hours in order to succeed. However, no matter how quickly a hamster spins the wheel, it remains trapped in the cage. It's one of the culturescape's major pitfalls. These are mental models that are based on limiting ideas and are used to force persons to follow societal laws. It's how society instills in you the belief that there is no difference between absolute and relative truths. The culturescape, according to Vishen, becomes a fictitious goal-setting framework that will never deliver you actual satisfaction that is unique to you. And nothing could be further from the truth. Working more hours is ineffective, according to Stanford research. When a person works more than 50 hours a week, according to economics professor Jon Butcher, production per hour drops dramatically. Furthermore, after 55 hours, it will decline much further. He says, after 55 hours, productivity drops so much that putting in any more hours would be pointless. Those who work up to 70 hours a week are only getting the same amount of work done as those who put in the 55 hours. In today's environment, your worth is determined by the extent of your original vision and ideas, as well as your decision-making abilities. Instead of hustling, you must flow to succeed. Flow is defined as the state of consciousness in which we feel and perform at our best. When you are in flow, your brain creates the 5 most potent neurochemicals: norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, anandamide, and endorphin, according to Stephen Kotler, the world's leading authority on peak performance. They all have a variety of functions in the brain and body, and they all have a significant impact on physical performance. Motivation, learning, and creativity are all affected by them. Stephen refers to this as the high-performance triangle. These are all pleasure hormones. They're the 5 most powerful reward chemicals, and flow appears to be the only time we get all 5 at the same moment. As a result, they become a source of intrinsic drive, which means that when an activity begins to produce flow, productivity increases by 500%. 4. Working for money makes you sick. This limiting belief is frequently linked to the prior one. Although this may be true for some people who become ill as a result of their overwork, it is not always true for you. It's a limiting belief we develop as children. According to Marissa Peer, when you see your parents constantly fretting and stressing about money, or working so hard for money that they become ill, you develop the assumption that working for money makes you sick. Money brings only problems and disappointment, according to another limiting money concept. You must realize that money is energy, and your feelings about money will show themselves. The truth is that we excuse our acts or inactions by relying on our limiting beliefs. In many cases, we disregard our physical and mental health, either knowingly or subconsciously, and then blame our beliefs or external circumstances. 5. There's not enough to go around. If you take abundance from abundance, abundance still remains. Said Bhagavad Gita. The scarcity mentality is the source of this limiting belief. The environment has taught us that money isn't enough for everyone and that we live in a finite universe. Scarcity, as Ken Honda, Japan's top money teacher, refers to it. He says, "We are living in a city called Scarcity, and living in scarcity means that when you have money, you don't want to spend it or share it because it's not enough for you." People with a scarcity mentality are more likely to stick to their professions and forego simple pleasures such as going on vacation or purchasing items they desire. It only takes one mindset shift to alter your outlook on life and money. If you look around, you'll notice that abundance is all around you. The immensity of the ocean, countless grains of sand, and the flamboyant lushness of the forests and jungles all display the universe's unlimited nature. According to Michael Beckwith, the inventor of the life visioning process, abundance enters your life in a variety of ways, but it has a beneficial impact on your wealth. The multitude of thoughts and emotions, on the other hand, is what brings about harmonic prosperity. This is one of the universe's fundamental principles. Do you have one of these limiting money beliefs? If you do, you should replace them with beliefs that strengthen you. Beliefs aren't set, and you may change them if they don't serve you or your reality, according to science. You want to replace them with the concept that you're a part of the plentiful universe and that all of your wants are satisfied. Furthermore, abundance and intellect don't only exist around you, they also function through you. My way of replacing negative beliefs is by using affirmations as much as possible. I find them very powerful, but also very difficult to practice. But it's worth the effort. Also, you can take it the easy way by using subliminal affirmations that send you subliminal affirmation on your PC. Check the link in the description to get a great tool that provides amazing subliminal affirmations. I hope you enjoy this video. If so, then make sure to like, subscribe and share to see more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching.